Hello students, today we are going to start our same chapter, that is retirement or death of a partner. This is fourth part of that chapter and today's topic is descriptive question. It means 8 marks question. And for understanding this topic, here we will going to discuss two questions in detail form. Here the question is given that A, B and C were partners sharing profits and loss in the ratio of 5:3:2. It means in this question there are three partners A, B and C and their ratio is 5:3:2. That is old ratio. And here the balance sheet is given and asset side is also given with liability side. In assets, some information is given that cash, sundry debtors, stock, furniture, patents, building, goodwill. Here, some other information is given that sundry creditors, employees provident fund, reserve fund, workmen compensation reserve, and capitals of three partners A, B, and C. Here, some additional information is also given. C retires on the above date. And partners agreed that goodwill is to be valued 2-year purchase. Here number of year purchase is given, that is 2 years. And the average profit of last 4 years. It means the average profit is based on 4 years and the number of year purchase is 2 years. So the next information is 5% provision for doubtful debts is to be made on debtors. The next information is stock be appreciated. It means stock increase. The next information is patents are valueless. It means 0. The next information is building be appreciated by 20% and sundry creditors to be paid 2000 more than the book value. It is also case of appreciation. Now we are going to make revaluation account because here some changes occurred in the liabilities as well as in the assets. So first of all, we will consider point number 2 and ignore point number 1 because that point is not essential according to revaluation account. That point is very important according to capitals account and capital account make after revaluation account. So we exclude that point for some time. Now come on the second point, that is 5% provision on doubtful debt. It is one type of liability and 5% of provision, it means the debtor's value is 8,000 and 5% of 8,000, that is 400, and it is one type of liability, so it will be mentioned on debit side of revaluation account. Here it is to provision for doubtful debts, that is 400. Now come on the second information, that is stock we appreciated by 10%. Here the value of stock, that is 40,000. Appreciation means increase by 10%. It means 10% of 40,000, that is 4,000. So it will be recorded on the credit side of revaluation account because if the assets increases, that will be recorded in the credit side of revaluation account. If the asset decreases, that will be recorded in the debit side of revaluation account. So here appreciation means increase. So stock is a assets. If assets increase, that will be recorded in the credit side. So here the value is by stock account rupees 4,000. Next, patents are valueless. Before this, the value of patents is 4,000. Now the patents is valueless, it means 0. It means that the assets value is reduced. So it will be recorded on the debit side of revaluation account by rupees 4,000. So here the value is to patents account, that is 4,000. Next, building be appreciated by 20%. Here the value of building, that is 60,000 and 20% of 60,000, that is 12,000. Here building is also an assets. If assets increases, that will be recorded on the credit side. So it will be recorded on the credit side of revaluation account by rupees 12,000. Here it is by building account rupees 12,000. Next, sundry creditors to be paid rupees 2,000 more. It is also case of increases. Creditors is a liability. If liability increases, that will be recorded in the debit side of revaluation account by rupees 2,000. Here the value is to creditors account by rupees 2,000. After the totaling of both sides, we find that credit side is greater and the value of credit side is 16,000. But here 4,000 plus 2,000, 6,000 and 400, that is 6,400. After reducing 6,400 from 16,000, we are getting balance CD, that is 9,600. That balance CD amount called to profit transferred, and that profit divided in the old partners. And who is the old partner? A, B and C. So A's capital account, B's capital account and C's capital account in the old ratio, and that is 4,800, 2,880 and 1,920. That is distributed in the old ratio that is given in the question in starting. Now we are going to make capital account. For capital account, what is the essential information? The essential information is capital balance, the reserve value, and here the two reserve value, that is workman compensation reserve and reserve fund. It means the three balances transferred in the capital account first of all. So here the capital balance is 50,000, 35,000 and 25,000. That will be recorded in the capitals account in credit side by the name of by balance BD. Here the value is 50,000, 35,000 and 25,000. And we also discussed that reserves value. There are two types of reserve is given. The first one is reserve fund and second one is workman compensation reserve. That will be also distributed in the all the partners in old ratio. So total reserve value is 6,000. That 6,000 divided in the ratio, that is old ratio, and the three partners get 3,000, 1,800 and 1,200. Same as like that workman compensation reserve. The value of workman compensation reserve is 2,000 and that 2,000 divided in the old ratio, and now that all the partners are getting 1,000, 600 and 400. Then we find out that any information is given on the asset side also or not. So let me check. Here one information is very important for capital account, that is goodwill. Goodwill is also distributed in the capital account in the debit side in the old ratio. And what is the old ratio? That is 5:3:2. It means that 6,000 divided in the old ratio. Here the value is to goodwill account 3,000, 1,800 and 1,200. Now the information in the balance sheet is completed. Come on the revaluation account. Here the revaluation account, we already make that revaluation account and find that profit balance. Profit balance transferred in the opposite side. It means the debit balance will be transferred on the credit side by the name of by revaluation account, that is 4,800, 2,880 and 1,920. Here it is the balance, we already discussed that point. So here it is. Now come on the topic, that is goodwill. Goodwill is based on 4 years average profit and 2 years number of purchase. So what is the profits amount? Here first of all we will calculate that sum of 4 years, and the 4 years profit is given that 14,400, 20,000, loss of 10,000 and 15,600. It means there are 4 balances is given. In this 3 are profit and 1 is loss. So we add the profit and reduce the losses. After that we are getting 40,000, and that is divided by 4 for calculating average profit because number of years is 4. So we are getting 10,000 as a average profit. Now goodwill. Goodwill is the formula that of calculation of goodwill, that average profit multiply number of year purchase. Average profit is 10,000 and number of year purchase that is given in the question, that is 2 years. So 10,000 multiply 2 and we are getting 20,000. That is goodwill, and that goodwill is total goodwill of the firm. In this C is the retiring partner. And what is the share of C? We will calculate here. 20,000 is the total goodwill and C share is 4 upon 9. So after solving this, we are getting 4,000, and that 4,000 is divided in the old partners in old ratio. And what is the old ratio? We already know that. So here the balance is by A's capital account by B's capital account, that is remaining partner after the retirement of C. So here by A's capital account, that is 2,500, and by B's capital account, that is 1,500. Total of this 4,000. That is also transferred in the debit side also with the name of 2C's capital account. That C is the retiring partner, and that value comes on the remaining partner's capital account, that is 2,500 and 1,500. It means a single goodwill affects two accounts by the different way. In credit side, two amounts comes on the retiring partners column, and in debit side the amount will become on the remaining partners capital account. In the remaining partners capital account, we write the retiring partners name, and in the retiring partners front we write remaining partners name. Now after that we are getting total 58,800, 40,280, 35,520. So the important information is who is retiring partner. Here C is the retiring partner, and the balance of retiring partner is called loan. So that time the balancing figure is called C's loan account by the name of 31320. That is the balancing figure. And the remaining partner A and B, that amount is called to balance CD. Here the important information is the retiring partner's balance is called loan account, and the remaining partner's balance is called to balance CD. Now after that we are getting balance CD amount, that is 53,300 and 36,980. Now come on the next topic, that is balance sheet. First of all, liability side. The sundry creditors value is given, that is 10,000, and in additional point, one point is given that the sundry creditors increases by rupees 2,000. It means the sundry creditors become 10,000 plus 2,000, that is 12,000. So here the value of the new balance sheet creditors account is 12,000. Here it is sundry creditor by rupees 12,000. Now the second information, that is C's loan, and we get the C's loan amount, that is from capital account, that is 31320. Here the balance is 31320. After that capitals account, the CD balance of A and B, that is capital account balance, that is 53,300 and 36,980. Here the balance is. After that we come on the previous balance sheet, that here it is sundry creditor. We discussed this point. Employees provident fund, there is no changes in the employees provident fund, so that will be same of rupees 5,000. We record this. And reserve fund we already distributed in the capitals account. Workman compensation we already discussed that point, and capitals, that is changed value, we already recorded in the balance sheet. So here one information is left, that is employees provident fund. So we will record this value by rupees 5,000 because there is no changes in them. Here employees provident fund is rupees 5,000. After totaling of this side, we are getting 1,38,600. Now come on the second side, that is asset side. So first of all we saw the previous balance sheet. Here the previous balance sheet is cash by rupees 2,000, that will be recorded same. Sundry debtors 8,000 and 400 is the provision value. So 8,000 minus 400, that is here the value is cash by rupees 2,000, sundry debtors 8,000 and provision we reduce that amount, and after that we are getting 7,600. Now the next information is stock. The value of stock, that is 40,000, and the stock value is appreciated by 10%. It means 10% of 40,000, that is 4,000. So 40,000 plus 4,000, that is 44,000. So here the next value of stock is 44,000 in the new balance sheet. Here the value is 44,000. Now the next information is in the previous balance sheet, that is furniture by rupees 13,000, and there is no information related from furniture, so we record the same value, that is 13,000 in the new balance sheet. And here one other information, that is patents is 4,000. Now the patents become valueless, so we will not record that value because that time the patents are valueless, so we only record furniture value, not the patents value, and the furniture value is 13,000 in the new balance sheet. Here it is furniture, that is 13,000 rupees, and patents we will not record that value because that time patents will be valueless. Now the remaining information, what is left in the old balance sheet. Here building value, that is 60,000, and one additional information is given that building will be appreciated by 20%, 60,000, and 20% of 60,000, that is 12,000. So now the building value is 60,000 plus 12,000, that is 72,000. That is the new value, and goodwill we already distributed, so there is no other balances is remained. So we only record building in the new balance sheet, and here it is building account by 72,000. After that totaling, and we will find that both sides are same, that 1,38,600. that means that our question is correct because our asset side and liabilities side are same. Here for understanding the concept is much better than we are taking another question. Here the question is Ram, Shyam and Mohan were in partnership sharing profit and loss in the ratio 3:2:1. On 1st April 2018, Shyam retires, and from the firm on the date one balance sheet is given with some liabilities value and some assets value. Now their additional information is goodwill of the firm to be valued at 2 times of average super profit of last 3 years, taking into consideration the risk of the business. Normal profit of the firm estimated at 5 lakh, that is normal profit, and actual profit of last 3 years, that is 6 lakh, 5 lakh 50,000 and 5 lakh 75,000. We will discuss this point in later on because this is not essential for revaluation account. This point is very essential for capital account, and capital account comes after revaluation account. So first of all, the information we consider that is related from revaluation account, not from the capital account. So here the second information is expense owing. Owing means outstanding. Outstanding is liability, and to be brought down to 37,500. Now the next information is investments are revalued and Ram took over the investment. The next information is factory premises revaluated at 2,43,000 and loose tools is 36,000. Provision for doubtful debt increased by rupees 19,500, and claim on account of workman compensation, that is 18,000. Now the remaining information is Shyam be paid 50,000 in cash and balance due to him treated as a loan. That is also related from capital accounts information or payment related information that is used in the capital account. So make journal entry and prepare necessary ledger accounts and opening the balance sheet. First of all, we will do journal entry of goodwill. So for this we will have to calculate the value of goodwill in the working note. Here the value of goodwill in working note is working note. Calculation of goodwill. First of all, average profit. Average profit of 3 years, and the 3 years profit that is given in the question, that is 6 lakh, 5 lakh 50,000 and 5 lakh 75,000, and divided by 3, and we are getting 5 lakh 75,000, that is average profit. And super profit is calculated by the formula actual profit minus normal profit. Actual profit means average profit. Average profit, that is 5 lakh 75,000, and normal profit that is given in the question, that is 5 lakh. So 5 lakh 75,000 minus 5 lakh, and we are getting 75,000, that is super profit. Number of year purchase that is given in the question, and super profit we already calculated in the previous point. So we can calculate goodwill with the help of these 2 points. So average profit, super profit multiply number of year purchase, that is 75,000 multiply 2, and we are getting 1,50,000. That 1,50,000 is the total value of the firm. In this, Shyam is retires and the total share is 3:2:1. In this, the three partner, the first partner is Ram, second one is Shyam, and third one is Mohan. In this, Shyam is retired, it means Shyam share is 2 and total of this is 6 and total goodwill is 1,50,000. So the Shyam share is 50,000. So the value of Shyam's goodwill is 50,000 and that 50,000 distributed in the remaining ratio, that is 3:1 in the Ram's capital account, and the third partner is Mohan's capital account. Here the journal entry is remaining partners capital account to retiring partners, and who is the remaining partner? Ram and Mohan. So Ram's capital account debit, Mohan's capital account debit to retiring partner, and who is the retiring partner? That is Shyam, to Shyam's capital account. Total goodwill, that is 50,000, and that 50,000 divided in the ratio 3:1, that is 37,500 and 12,500. We only record journal entry of goodwill because in the question only goodwill related entry is asking, not the whole entry is asking. So we will only do that entry, not the all entry. Now come on the revaluation account. For this we will consider the additional information again one by one. Here expense owing. Before this the expense owing value is 45,000. Now the expense owing value is 37,500. It means liability decreases. Liability decreases, that will be recorded in the credit side of revaluation account. Here the balance is by expense account with rupees 7,500. That is the balance of both two accounts, that is 37,500 and 45,000. Investment value, that is revalued at 72,000. Before this the investment value is 80,000. Now it becomes 72,000. It means assets reduce. If asset reduce, that will be recorded in the debit side by rupees 8,000. That is 80,000 minus 72,000, we are getting 8,000, and that will be recorded in the debit side because asset decreases. So here the value is to investment account by rupees 8,000. The next information is factory premises revalued at 2,43,000. Before this factory premises is 2,25,000. Now this value is 2,43,000. It means factory premises increases by rupees 2,43,000 minus 225. After that we are getting 18,000. So that will be increase. So it will be recorded on the credit side of revaluation account because assets increases in this point. So here the balance is by factory premises the amount of rupees 18,000. Now the next information is loose tools. The loose tools value is rupees 36,000. Before this the loose tools value is 40,000. Now it becomes 36,000. It means the asset reduced by rupees 4,000. So that will be recorded in the debit side of revaluation account. Here it is 2 loose tools, that is 4,000. Now the next information is provision for doubtful debt to be increased by 19,500. That is liability, and liability increases. That will be recorded in the debit side. Here the balance is to provision for doubtful debt, that is 19,500. After totaling of this we are getting debit side is greater, and the balance CD occurs in the credit side by the name of by loss transferred to in the three partners, that is Ram, Shyam and Mohan, in old ratio, that is 3:2:1, and that 6,000 divided in the ratio, that is 3:2:1, that is 3,000, 2,000 and 1,000. Now the next account that we are going to make, that is capital account. Here debit side, that is credit side. Particulars, there are three partners Ram, Shyam and Mohan. Here also Ram, Shyam and Mohan. First of all we will consider the old balance sheet, what information is given related from capital account. So come on the previous balance sheet. Here the value is, here the three type of information is given that is related from capital accounts, that is reserve value, and here two types of reserve is given, that is reserve fund and workman compensation reserve, and capital account balance. So first of all we consider capital balance, and the capital balance is 2 lakh, 1,50,000 and 1 lakh. So we will write in the credit side by the name of by balance BD, and here the value is by balance BD, that is 2 lakh, 1,50,000 and 1 lakh. Now come on the second information, that is reserve fund. Here the balance is total reserve fund, that is 1,05,000, and 1,05,000 divided in the old ratio, that is 3:2:1. It means that 1,05,000 divided in the ratio 3:2:1 in the capital account, and here the balance is by reserve fund account 52,500, 35,000 and 17,500 in the ratio 3:2:1. Now come on the next topic, that is workman compensation reserve. Here the balance is, here workman compensation reserve value is 48,000, and one additional information that is given, that claim on account of workman compensation, that is 18,000. So 48,000 minus 18,000 we are getting 30,000. So we distribute only 30,000, not 48,000. Here the balance is by workman compensation account, that is 15,000, 10,000 and 5,000. Now we record the goodwill amount already, that is remaining to retiring partners. And who is the remaining partner? Ram and Mohan. So by Ram's capital account, by Mohan's capital account, and we already calculated the value, that is 37,500 and 12,500, because Shyam is the retiring partners. So we mentioned that value in the retiring partners column from the name of remaining partners, and that entry is reversed in the debit side also with the name of retiring partners in the column of remaining partners. Here the value is. Now the next information we will consider from revaluation account. Here we are getting loss balance, so that will be transferred in the debit side by the name of two revaluation account, that is 3,000, 2,000 and 1,000. Here the balance is. And one more point that is given in the additional information, that investment is taken by the partner. And who is the partner that is taken by the investment? That is Ram. Ram is taken the investment in 72,000 rupees. So two investment account in the column of Ram, that is 72,000. After totaling of both sides, we are getting 2,67,500, 2,45,000 and 1,22,500. And here Shyam is the retiring partners, and retiring partners, one additional point is given in the question, that Shyam is to be paid 50,000 in cash in the point number 7. So first of all we are given 50,000 to Shyam's account in the name of two cash account, that is 50,000. After that the remaining balance is called Shyam's loan account. In previous question that point is not given, but in this question one point is different, that 50,000 paid immediately. Immediately means with the help of cash account. So we mentioned two cash account by rupees 50,000, and the remaining information is transferred in the Shyam's loan account. And the other retiring partners balance is called to balance CD. Here after totaling of both sides we reduce, here the value is all, and we are getting the balance CD amount, that is 1,55,000 and 1,09,000. After that we are going to make balance sheet, and for making balance sheet we will consider the old balance sheet again. First of all we are consider liability side, and the first information given, that is trade creditor. There is no changes in the trade creditor, so we mention same value. The second information, that is bill payable. There is no changes in the bill payable, so we can also record the same value, that is 27,000. So here two information, trade creditors and bill payable by 30,000 and by 27,000. Here the balance is in the new balance sheet, that trade creditors by 30,000 and bill payable by 27,000. Then the next information is expense owing. In old balance sheet the expense owing value is 45,000, but in additional information it is given that the expense owing value is 37,500. So we record 37,500 in the new balance sheet. Here it is expense owing by rupees 37,500. Workman compensation we already discussed that point, and reserve fund we already discussed that point. Now come on the capitals account. Here the three partners Ram, Shyam and Mohan, we already make the capital account, and we can consider the remaining balance from capital account, not from the balance sheet. So for this we consider capital account, and here the capital account is the capital account balance showing 1,55,000 in the Ram's column and 1,09,000 in the Mohan's column. So we consider 155 from Ram's column and 19 from Mohan's column. Here it is capital account, Ram column 1,55,000 and Mohan's column 1,09,000, and total of this 2,64,000. And Shyam is the retiring partners, and retiring partners balance is called loan, and loan will be also comes on the liability side. So Shyam's loan account, that is 1,93,000. And one more point is given in the additional information that workman compensation claim maintained 18,000. So that 18,000 recorded in the liability side. So here the liability for workman compensation, that is 18,000. So after that the liability side is completed, and totaling of this we are getting 5,69,500. Now come on the second side, that is asset side. So for making asset side, first of all we consider old balance sheet, and here the old balance sheet is total balance of cash, that is 90,000. We paid 50,000 in the 90,000 rupees. So 90,000 minus 50,000, and the balance remained in the account, that is 40,000. So we record only 40,000. Here the balance is cash in hand by rupees 40,000. Now come on the second information, that is debtors. The debtors in the old balance sheet is given that debtors value is 1,60,000 and provision is 10,000. But one additional point is given that the provision for doubtful debt to be increased by rupees 19,500. So we reduce 19,500, not 10,000. So in the new balance sheet we consider that debtors account 1,60,000 is the old value, and total provision 10,000 previous value plus 19,500 is the new value. Total provision is 29,500. So we reduce 29,500. That is the sum of both the provisions, 10,000 plus 19,500, and we are getting 1,30,500. Now come on the next information, that is stock. Before this the stock value is 1,20,000 and there is no information related from stock. So we consider the same value. Here the stock value is, that is 1,20,000. So here it is, the stock value is 1,20,000. Now the next information, that is factory premises, that is 2,25,000, and now the factory premises value is 2,43,000. So we mentioned 2,43,000 in the new balance sheet. Here factory premises is 2,43,000. Now the next information is investment. Investment is taken over by Ram, so we will not record this investment in the balance sheet because that is Ram's property, not the business property that time. So that is not recorded in the books. Next information is loose tools. The loose tools value is 40,000. Now it becomes 36,000. So we mentioned 36,000 in the new balance sheet. Here it is loose tools by rupees 36,000, and total of this side we are getting 5,69,500. We noted that both sides are same. It means we are doing the question correctly. There is no mistake. And with the help of these two questions, you can solve the remaining question of your exercises. And if you all have any doubt, then please ask in the comment section.